Hi, I'm Drew Klaber with Mitutoyo America Corporation. On today's tool tip, I'd like to show you how to install a U-Wave receiver. To begin, we're going to need three things: the U-Wave receiver, the supplied USB cable, and the installation media. Begin by plugging the supplied USB cable into the U-Wave receiver. You'll notice the power light is not illuminated. Next, we'll need the setup media. For this example, I've already copied the files and folders to my desktop. Browse to the setup directory and double-click on setup.exe to begin installation. The first screen that appears allows you to select your desired language. Click OK to accept. This brings us to the installation welcome screen. Click Next to begin walking through the wizard for installation. Before installing, please read the licensing agreement and click to accept the terms. Next, we need to indicate where the software will be installed on the local computer. For this example, I'm just going to leave it to the default directory that was already populated. This will be the Start menu folder. Click Next to continue in the wizard. Here you can choose to create a desktop icon for the U-Wave pack, which I would recommend. Click Next to continue. This is just a brief summary of all of the previous pages within the wizard. To begin installation, click the Install button. Once complete, press Finish to exit the installer. Notice the power light is still not illuminated. Now we need to install the drivers for the U-Wave receiver. To install the drivers, load Device Manager. Two drivers will need to be installed. The first driver will be for the Mitutoyo U-Wave, which can be found underneath the Other Devices folder. To begin installing the driver, right-click on Mitutoyo U-Wave and select Update Driver Software. Next, select Browse My Computer for driver software. Next, we need to browse out to the folder that contains the drivers. This will be the same folder that you installed U-Wave Pack 2. Start by browsing to the C drive, select the Mitutoyo folder, followed by the U-Wave Pack folder, and click OK. Now hit Next to continue, and the drivers will be installed. Once the drivers are loaded, press Close to return to the Device Manager. Notice now the icon has changed next to the Mitutoyo U-Wave device, which means that the drivers were successfully loaded. Now it's time to load the second driver, which will be for the USB serial port. Like before, we're going to right-click on USB serial port and select Update Driver Software. Select Browse My Computer for driver software, but notice the folder is still here from the last driver we installed. All we have to do at this point is select Next. Once the drivers are loaded, press Close to return to the Device Manager. And again, notice that the icon has changed next to the Mitutoyo U-Wave for virtual COM port number 4. Your COM port may be different than mine. At this point, we can close out of the Device Manager. If this is a new installation, you'll notice that the red and green LED lights are alternating. This indicates that the receiver needs to be initialized. Now we're ready to launch the U-Wave pack using the desktop icon. To begin setting up the receiver, press the Setup Start button. If this is a brand new installation, this message box will appear to let you know that this receiver has not yet been initialized. To initialize the unit, press Yes. These are the default settings for the receiver. Unless you have a reason to change them, click OK to continue. Press Yes to initialize the receiver. The settings from the previous screen are now active for the current receiver. You're now ready to pair a transmitter. Thanks for watching today's tool tip. If you have any requests for future tool tips, please feel free to leave them in the comments below.